Why are there so many different programming languages? In fact, what is programming, or coding, or software engineering, or development? The answer is nobody really knows, and yet everyone does. The world of programming is a giant mess. All of these terms can mean the same thing or nothing at all. For the rest of this video, I'll use the term coding and programming interchangeably to describe the act of writing code. If that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you, don't worry. Welcome to the club. There are so many things that have to have code to work. Your laptop, your TV, your smartphone, possibly even your couch have some kind of dependency on code, and somebody has to write that code. Many devices run operating systems like macOS, Windows, Android, iOS, or Linux. I'm sure you've heard at least one or more of these. If not, I'm not sure how you're watching this video. You could run Discord, Skype, Fortnite, or Minecraft, or a bazillion other things on one of these devices. That's all software. Then there's cars and rockets and robots and your smart toaster. And this all gets in the realm of hardware and machine learning and robotics, which is not my specialty yet. I'm a web developer, so I write code for web apps and websites, but I also make some mobile apps, which makes me a mobile developer, and apps are software, so that makes me a software engineer. Like I said, big mess, don't worry about it. Okay, so we've talked about smart toasters, laptops, and operating systems, but what does that have to do with why there are so many different programming languages? Let's think of it this way. I'm going to make a new operating system called Mac and Cheesy OS. Mac and Cheesy is going to be a lightweight, simple operating system that can run on a smartwatch. Okay, so what do we need in a language here? Honestly, probably not a lot. We're probably just going to check some notifications and other little stuff like that. We're not going to be browsing YouTube. We're not going to need a lot of storage. We're not playing Fortnite on this thing. It's a smartwatch. Let's compare that to another example. Let's say I'm Elon Musk and I want to blast people to the other side of Mars. I'm probably going to have to deal with a lot of hardware, rockets, and different controlling systems, and I'm going to have to do a lot of math and physics calculations to make sure I don't blast people into the sun. That's bad PR. So, a language that's robust enough to send people to Mars is probably going to be a little bit overkill for my smartwatch. So there are like hundreds of tiny little differences between languages, libraries, and frameworks, and we are not getting into that here. That's just too much. We're going to talk about two main things: vocabulary and syntax. Okay, think of a written or spoken language like English. Vocabulary are the words that I say, like pizza or tangerine or orangutan. And syntax is the way I organize the words, the structure. For example, in English I can say, I understand a little Russian, but not very well. In Russian, that same phrase would be, I know my pronunciation is awful, you don't have to tell me about it in the comments. Okay, so the words were obviously different, but so was the syntax. In English, I said, I understand a little. In Russian, it translates literally to saying, I a little understand Russian. The difference in the way that was organized is syntax. So each programming language is going to have its own vocabulary, if you will, and its own syntax. So that's the difference between programming languages, but why? Why don't we just have one programming language? The answer is that it would be really, really messy. You see, JavaScript can run in the browser, so it's perfect for styling websites and working on the client side of web applications, whereas C and C++ are perfect for making an operating system or a really large program or interacting with rockets. Python can be used for server-side development or machine learning or getting into AI, but it's not great for styling a website. So if you're wanting to get into programming or development or engineering, if you want to write code, figure out what it is you want to build and go from there. I included a link in the description to a quiz that I made that can help you figure out which language you should learn. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter.